Good. Yeah.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
So I'll take eye contact. Yes, let's go. Good. And I'm gonna activate as the cookie. Come on, hot stuff. Ouse. Yes, good girl. Cue the drop. I'll fire out a roller. Yes, good girl. Ouse. Yes, catch. Whoa, that was a good try. Ouse. Yes, catch. Whoa, it's super far. Oh, almost. Almost. Holy cow. Cupcake. Mine. Good work. Oh, what's this? Awesome. Go do dog stuff. Whoa. All right. Yeah, I came out and I jumped on her with the flat work, right? And I think that was super, super nice. And I think it's great for puppies, right? Like I can take this eye contact. Yes. Certainly do. I bet it went well. Yeah, I came out and I jumped on her with the flat work, right? And I think that was super, super nice. And I think it's great for puppies, right? Like I can take this eye contact, yes, and activate by moving. Good girl here. Good, yes, catch. Oh, you over pursued it. Ouse, yes. And I can keep her here moving. It's beautiful, catch. Yes, good girl. Ouse. I'm throwing a little bit. Yes. Anheuser, she hasn't caught one counterclock yet. Awesome. Whoa. Great work. Whoa. Awesome. Go do dog stuff. Throwing a little bit Anheuser so the disc flexes. And I'm just keeping it moving consequently. Mechanically speaking, the drop, the cued drop is making everything happen here. So cued drop happens, I move. Cued drop happens, I pose, right? Eye contact will initiate the game. Yes, let's go, good girl, let's go. Squib. Yes, good girl, look at that flat work. She is amazing. Hey, hey, what's up? What's going on? Slacker Sunday, here we are. Woohoo, woohoo. So what's going on? Only got a couple of you guys here. It's a bummer. It was a pretty sweet meme roll, right? Totally. Totally. Cupcake, cupcake. Yes, good girl. Epic, epic. Excuse me, dude. 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 You're good, Epi. You're king. Good work, Epi. Good work, cupcake. 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 Good. Awesome. Go to dog stuff. All right. So, yeah, Slacker Sunday. We'll talk about Byron's stuff. Byron's fixing a dog who can't catch work. Talk a little bit about cupcakes, flat work. Pretty cool stuff. People ask a lot of times how to play frisbee with your young dog. I think that's something you can do. The tendency is to, get the catch. I don't give a shit about the catch right now. I'll throw rollers if I want to catch, right? What I'm really interested in is ensuring that she wants to play and that she gets reinforcement and that she understands that, that she's got to work with me, right? And that flat work provides an interesting opportunity to do that. It also is super nice because you can be highly animated, like with a puppy or a dog who's, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't say flight risk, but a dog who has some issues with engagement. We can be active enough, consequently active, operantly active enough to keep the dog firing, right? Byron, this is, for your dog who can't catch, this is the stuff you use to bump up the energy levels of the game, right? To set up, to reinforce success on the challenge. I'm successful, I'm successful, I'm successful, I'm successful, I'm successful. Yes, 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 yes. Here's the challenge, here's your catch. Yes, great job, right? Or nothing happens. And then the dog comes trotting in, you cue the drop, yes, and boom, yes, success, 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 challenge, yes, awesome, success, success, success. So that flat work, super awesome. The activation of the handler, I think, is also super cool. It's a cookie that handlers don't do very often. And people who have a dog that is low on engagement, they puke that fucking action out while the dog is doing nothing. You know what I mean? And it just means nothing. You just look like a spaz, right? And so you're highly aroused. How about I wait until that fucker settles down and, he can apply some drive? That's what your dog says when you're acting like that. When the dog is bad, you want to be doing nothing. You know what I mean? The dog does what I want. Yes, that's awesome. And then we go, right? The flat work provides a really nice thing for that. I cue the drop. I could keep walking, right? We can keep moving. Teeth come off. Yes, boom. And then we move for real, right? Or I'm pulling. I cue the drop, ouse, and the dog doesn't pull. I stop. Or I'm sorry, the dog doesn't drop, I stop. Dog drops, boom, I go, right? So that activated handler makes for a really awesome cookie, right? Super, 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 super awesome cookie. I don't care about you, Cupcake. I don't care. You're free to do whatever you want. You are doing dog stuff. Those two have been put up there, though. And I definitely don't want King to start monkeying with me. I don't want him to think he's able to get off. He knows his job really, really well. And hey, does someone want to, oh no, that's the Restream widget. Where is the, whatchamacallit widget? Well, hang on. So what the hell was I talking about? Moving with the dog. There we go. Oh no, that's the fucking chat bot. Gosh darn it. I can't find the chat. the chat widget. I just whipped up a chat widget. Let me see, chat box. I'll just make another one. Boom. Make it look pretty. I don't know. Come on, come on, come on. I don't really want. All right, we'll do that. Oh no. Now I'm involved in some crazy thing. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Grr. Oh, that is super annoying, dude. So I'm trying to do this, and it's pulling up new screens. Like, here, how about this? You want this? I'm like, no, I just want to fucking find my chat box. All widgets. Chat box. Copy. Copy. And I will do that. Oh, you know what? Oh no, good. Boom. Is this the chat? Is this gonna work? Where is it? Where is it? Oh no, nobody knows where it is. Ooh, is that it? No, hang on, I gotta make a new widget. 1 second, almost there. All right. Fill entire frame. All right, fingers crossed. Somebody say something. Am I still here, by the way? Talk about being... All right, boom, sweet. All right, almost. Almost. One more thing, guys. One more thing. Height 640. 400. Now I don't know where it is. 1920, 10. Sorry, guys. It's terrible. It's all right. You're the only two here. Nobody cares. Fill entire frame. I lost it again. $1,200, we'll use that. Fill entire frame. Is it back? Where did it go? Gosh darn it. There it is. All right, so. Soothing, huh? It is unlocked. $640, $400. Don't fill the entire frame. Boom. Now we talk. Yes. There we go. Ha ha. Ha. Now. Yes. All right. I'm glad you guys are having fun chatting. There we go. Super awesome. So that is Streamlabs. It is in all labs chat. And it is in all scenes. We are good to go. Yay. All right. So that flat work move with Cupcake, super awesome. Highly effective use. Very good for you, Byron, with fixing a dog who can't catch, to line the dog up and reinforce successful performance of skills. And then you can leverage that towards the successful catch. And you leverage that cacophony of yes, that over and over, yes, 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 everything's kicking ass. And yes, boom, I turn. Out, yes, roller. Catch. Their dog misses it, right? Nothing happens. Dog comes trotting in. Oh, man. IQ out. Yes, roller. Dog catches it. Yes, out. Yes, roller. Out. Yes, Mackay. Get around, right? Yes, boom, right? Out. Yes. Here comes the throw. And then if the catch happens, we continue on. Everything's super awesome and exciting. If the catch is missed, we kill the game for a moment, just silent. And it'll have great meaning. Yep. Yep, yep. You got it. You got it, brother. So, yeah, that is a big part of the game initially with my dogs, like puppy stuff. And that's stuff like I could do that all day. You know what I mean? I could do that a bunch with a puppy. Working puppies, when they're gangly and goofy, they look like a, 14-year-old basketball center, right? Like a 6'10" kid who's 14 years old. They're all floppy with their arms and shit, right? Their appendages are long and they're goofy. They don't quite walk right. They don't move right. When that's the case, you don't want to do any frisbee with them, even this flat work stuff, right? Just chill. Also, right now, Cupcake and I are feral recluses. We're hermits together. And I need to take her out, need to do some stuff with her. She's been out a few times, but not nearly enough. But anyway, she's about 7 months old, and secondary fear period's coming. So no reason for me to drag her around town, just setting her up to have a secondary fear period response with something like getting in the car or car door shutting or going to Lowe's or who knows what. So that's also something to keep in mind with the puppy as far as, yeah, you can do that or you should do that, except now or except when that's happening. Hopefully that makes sense. Hey, what's up, Kim? Good to see you. Good to see you. Had some Cupcake work. Well, if he can't drop, he can't play. What are you trying to get him to drop for? It's not your fucking job. So that's the first thing. The first thing we have to teach is you that him dropping is not your job, right? So here's what happens. You want to play. We want to play, right? We want to play. And so the dog doesn't drop, and we try to make it happen. Multiple toys or some trick we got can totally make it happen, Ace of Hogan, right? And we can fool ourselves into, oh yeah, the drop is getting better by doing that thing that makes it happen, right? Or making it happen, or trying to get him to. Those are all Freudian slips to me, right? in order to get him to drop, especially now that you've had some issues with it, I think what you're going to want to do is give the drop cue and do nothing until he drops. And do that 100% for 500 reps. That's what I think you need to do. And that means not calling it when he's going to call it or when he's not going to drop it, right? So I'm super bad about that, by the way, guys. You can watch any of my flat works, a bunch of my drop work, especially like the 10-year-old stuff. I haven't gotten rid of any video because it was shitty, right? A bunch of it's shitty, by the way. Theory's good, but the practice is fucking terrible a lot of times, right? But you got to own that. You got to own that. And anyway, so I'm terrible about cueing the drop, right? Cueing the drop when my dog is totally not going to drop it, when I want it, right? I know that I want my dog to drop at 9 yards so I can get my shit together and we can get connected and we can do something, right, in flow. And I make the throw, 8-yard throw, dog catches, 2-yard run out, turns, starts to come back, ouse. Ain't no hope of that dog dropping it there. What the hell am I calling it there for, right? And there's that smart, snarky thing that I threw at you. Well, don't fucking cue it out there, Ron, right? Duh. You want to select the moment when it is going to happen, right? And that's super, super awesome. Yeah. So there are a few things here, Ace of Hogan, and this is going to go a bit beyond the scope of. I mean, I could literally talk about this with you for 3 hours, no problem. So drop, all gives are drops. Epic, yes. But not all drops are gives, okay? Good work, Dragon. Go do dog stuff. And that's very important, especially when we're having trouble with the drop, right? So he shouldn't be able to tug it out of your hand when you're giving a drop cue because a drop is teeth off, not in the hand. Teeth off in the hand is give or mine, right? You can call it whatever the hell you want. But the important thing is that drop and give are different cues because all gives are drops, but not all drops are gives. That's super, super important. And it is a very important piece of the puzzle for a confused dog like Jackson right now, right? So drop versus give, super important. A couple of things before I get on to the base level mechanics of it, right? So yes, you are going to cue drop and not move. And that's way too simple, but that's essentially it. You're going to cue drop, you're going to provide no opportunity until the teeth come off. When the teeth come off, you provide the opportunity, whether that's handler movement, next trick, throw, roller, bite, whatever, right? But here's the thing. Especially with Border Collies, and I can't remember if he's an Aussie or a Border Collie, but it doesn't really matter, herding dogs in general. They're very excited by handler movement. They perceive opportunity very readily, right? Like it's very easy for them to, I did that, right? And if we have a history of marking and reinforcing, the dog knows that when you mark, they made that happen. So if you're marking, the other thing is they learn to recognize the consequence of I did it and then the consequence happened, whether or not we mark, right? So if you're the dog and I cue drop and you come in, right? And you come in and I do nothing and then I move with you, right? That moving with you was a cookie. That was opportunity, right? And if that is taken by the dog as opportunity after you've given the drop cue, well, then you've already given your cookie away, right? The dog has taken a cookie from that refusal. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, right? It's not said very well, right? But anyway, hopefully you get the idea. So anything that we do, a movement, right? A reset, turning with the dog, right? General lack of consequence with movement. Trying to think of something to illustrate a general lack of movement or a general lack of consequent movement. I can't do it. All right, whatever. Okay, so be careful that you're not unintentionally moving or presenting opportunity after you give the cue, right? So, practically, when does he drop? Does he run by you and run around and turn around the front and look at you for a second and then drop? If that's the case, predict that moment and cue there, right? So the first thing we do is we free shape and capture, right? We free shape and capture to see where the dog is likely to drop. Yeah, that's not true. It's completely not true. You've never waited for him to drop when you hold two toys. That's true. Right? That's true. He's super good with two toys, and you've never waited to drop long enough with one toy. Right? Yeah, and if you did, you probably did something, right? Oh, you know, right? Or you tap the disc, right? You reach down, you wait 3 minutes, and then you get pissed off and tap the disc out of his mouth. He's hanging off a tooth. It's just off the tooth, right? You've told him to drop and he won't drop it. Typical border collie thing, right? 3 minutes, and then you tap it with your foot. Hang on, can I show that here? And then you tap it with your foot, right? And knock it off his tooth and it falls out and you say yes and throw the roller. It's highly likely that you just taught the dog that after 3 minutes he'll kick the disc out of my mouth. I can wait 3 minutes for him to kick the disc out of my mouth. Right? So the longer you wait, the more you condition the state of that wait, right? So like if I waited 3 minutes and then tapped the disc out of his mouth while it was hanging there, I would have conditioned him to hold it for 3 minutes before dropping, right? If I get to 3 minutes and I don't do anything and he drops at 3 minutes and 10 seconds, yes, roller, that's awesome. He knows he'll have to hold it at least 3 minutes and 10 seconds to get me to give him a cookie, right? How about I try and drop it earlier? I'm bored with this. How about I try and drop it earlier? Instead of setting him up to be like, oh man, I got like 5 more minutes of this. She's really tough today, right? When is she going to kick it? When is she going to move her shoulder? When is she going to do the thing? When is she going to do the thing that makes me do it, right? Not your job. So there are a few ways. Identify the time that it's likely to happen with 2 discs. Ah, fuck. I mean, there's so many things to talk about with this. So with 2 discs, be very good about consequent movement and grooming the game. If you cue something, don't do nothing until he does it. Then he does it, yes, boom, and we move. So he gets very clear that he is shooting through gates. Oh, there's a gate over there. I got to go over there. He gets through that gate. Boom, I got to go over here. There's a gate over here. He goes around the gate. Nothing happens. He goes through the gate. Awesome. We go to the next gate. Everything's a gate. And you set it up so it's easy for him to swing through them. Boom, 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 boom. And then we give him the difficult skill. Drop. He drops. Yes, roller, right? We do that with 2 discs in order to condition him to consequent interaction with the handler, operant consequent interaction, and to condition drop equals the next thing, boom, pow. Right? 2 discs out, or multiple discs, let's say, preferably not just 2. Out, yes, boom. He catches it, yes, out, yes, around, yes, he catches it, yes, out, yes, he catches it, yes, out, right? That's 25, 30 cookies per minute. Bang, 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 bang. You don't have to mark anything. You don't have to mark everything like every time, but you should be marking everything, and you should be marking things that are important to keep the game going. Boom, 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 yes, yes, yes. Question, do out, yes. Through, yes. Twist, yes. Hoop, yes. Right? Yes. Yes. And you use your multiple discs to set up that rhythm, that flow of the game, right? And then you isolate or predict, you figure out where the dog is going to drop within the game. Maybe you're not holding a disc, and you let him walk around, and he walks around twice and then he drops, right? Walks around twice and then he drops. So you come out with 1 disc after you've kicked ass on this game. Boom, pow, boom, pow. Oh, dude. The only thing you've done with 1 disc is toss and fetch. That's 3 cookies per minute, maybe. Why would he want to play with 1 disc, right? I just thought of that. So if we get the game cranking, boom, pow, boom, pow, boom, pow, we can use that to reinforce the drop with no disc, or with 1 disc. But I think because you've played a bunch of toss and fetch, that's amazing. Am I right? You've played a bunch of toss and fetch with him, right? Anyway, you use the multiple discs to build the flow and to build the understanding that my behavior, my compliance with your cue creates the next opportunity. And you be ruthless with that. You make him do the skill, not make him, but you do nothing until he does the skill. You got to be ruthless with that. You can't be like, ooh, I really want to do this. Or there's a camera running, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to cheat. Can't do that. You get the flow of the game going, and then you use that with the single disc. When you go to the single disc, it would be very helpful if you predicted a likely spot to drop, right? I would hard ass that, and I would do, I would put a disc in front of me, right? I would put a disc in front, and you can do this during your multiple thing as well. I would put a disc in front of me on the ground, and I would tell him to drop. I would wait for him to drop, and when he dropped, I'd reach down and pick up the disc at my feet and throw it. So him dropping would make me pick up the other one. That'll allow you to get a cookie off to him when he does drop. But it'll be it'll be a long time, I bet. It'll be a long time. It's not evil. It's a proofing exercise, guys. It's a proofing exercise, right? Like it is, can you throw 40 yards and does your dog give it to you? And if that's not true, it's not the game to start with. For me, man, I walked right in. I threw 13.5 points. That was 4 at 40 yards in the air. Every fucking time, dude. Like it wasn't even a thing. From 1997 to 2001, man, I was the bomb in toss and fetch, right out of the backyard, right? But that isn't, I was super lucky. Huge border collie, good athlete, good frisbee thrower, right? The problem is when you play a lot of toss and fetch, you just prep for the test, right? So the toss and fetch contest is the test, right? It is the, like literally the test, like the answer's C, like a Scantron, right? Yeah, toss and fetch is a Scantron, and you fail it and fail it and fail it until you know that the first question is B, the second question is Q, or the second question is D, right? Third question's false, right? And then you learn it like you learned the test, right? You don't want to do tests like that. You want to know the material and breeze through the test, right? But when you start with toss and fetch, you essentially have to fumble your way through the test. It teaches bad habits. Or, I'm sorry, it doesn't teach anything. It teaches you how to pass that test, right? Some dogs can't even play on a different field. Some dogs can't play toss and fetch when you throw towards the tent side of the field. Some dogs can't play toss and fetch when you throw to the open side of the field, right? And that would be just a lack of familiarity with the things outside of that toss and fetch test, right? Toss and fetch is a proofing game. Great game. Super test of skill. The better you get at toss and fetch, the harder it gets. No joke. But it's not the game to start with. The up-dog game's far better for grooming your skills, right? Far better for grooming your skills. All right, so don't be desperate, Ace of Hogan. Use your multiple discs to set up the understanding that his drop and his general compliance with your cues makes the consequences happen. Ramp that up and then leverage that towards the drop without a disc in your hand. When you do the drop without a disc in your hand, do it standing over another disc. When he drops, yes, pick it up and roll her. Try to identify any time or situation where he will drop or he drops naturally. If you notice that, that's your time to cue when there is no disc in your hand, right? Predict and cue. So there you go. That's cool. That's cool. You can shoot back through the stream. Cool, cool. I'm super stoked, Ace of Hogan. All right, so let's go back to the beginning here. And Kim, we're going to hit on your toss and fetch league too. I didn't catch the whole thing. Yep, up dog, like I said, super cool. Super, super cool. Fixing a dog who can't catch, we got up to 80% of the rollers, yep. Same advice for you, Byron. Use the pieces of the game, the drop, the around, eye contact while the dog is waiting, right? Position, whatever you can, whatever you like, mark that, reinforce with the next action, get that cranking, right? And then set up the throw as the big challenge. And the key here, you can't just say yes for shit and do something. It has to be a transaction, right? So around, yes, cookie. Dog is chasing it. They catch it. Yes, out. Teeth off. Yes, cookie. Now the out initially, or if you don't mark it, or if you're not consequent, or if your dog doesn't know that it's an important thing, even though they do it all the time, right? The out on its own isn't a cookie, but because the out always leads to next, always leads to a bite, always leads to a roller, right? When that teeth come off, boom, that becomes a secondary reinforcer. So the drop, dog catches, yes, the cookie for the catch is the drop. Yes, the cookie for the drop is the roller, right? The catch is just eating their cookie. I mark that. Wow, you really ate your cookie good. Wow, you're fucking amazing. How hard could this game be, dude, right? And the dog turns around, out. Teeth come off, yes, here comes the next roller, right? And those have to be discrete transactions for this to work. Can't be a bunch of muddy bullshit. I think a lot of people think I give muddy bullshit and that there's no cookies because the dog isn't eating something. Everything I do is done in order to convince the dog that what I did was a cookie, right? And now my dog knows what yes means. They know that a positive consequence comes after it. They're looking for the cookie, right? And what I wind up getting is I wind up getting a bunch of secondary reinforcers, and I get this ability to handle the dog and deliver functional rewards that are foundational requirements of my routine. And I make the foundational requirements of my routine secondary reinforcers. My routine being how we play, not like my fucking Frisbee routine. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, gosh. And back to that, trying for the air throws, 80%, right? 80% of the rollers. Be draconian. Don't give it away. Better never than late with the marker. Better never than late. If you miss it, shut your mouth, right? It's really important that you're clear on the marker and what the discrete behavior is, okay? And that is teeth on or securing the disc, right? Don't give it away because she needs a cookie or he needs a cookie. I don't know. Because she needs a cookie, right? She doesn't need a cookie. She needs to know that she needs to earn the cookie. It's pretty easy to catch a roller, man. It's not fucking hard, right? It's only hard because it doesn't matter. So be draconian on that. Use your setup moves and the basic functionality, the basic mechanics of the game to reinforce the dog towards, use those things to cultivate success, to reinforce success on your challenge, right? You want to create success, 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 reinforcing the likelihood of success on your challenge. All right, I'm fucking out. having some trouble. So I did not feel well. April came back from Poland at the USDDN, and she had some croup, and I felt like shit, and hope it wasn't COVID. Yeah, right? Totally. It's all about doing less. Let's see. The spider. Drop versus give as well, Ace of Hogan. You need to get those two separate. All right. See, I told you. That's awesome. Super stoked for you. Really, really cool. I hope you took my advice and didn't go crazy with all of the prep and everything. It's much better to be present. Hi, Judy and Freckles. Sorry I missed that. It was a little while ago. Good to see you. Rushes for the disc. How, Ace of Hogan? Rushes for the discs. How? Oh no. Let me see here. Crash some stuff. Let me shut some stuff down. I can't. There's nothing really to shut down though. Yeah, there's nothing I can shut down. I can shut down Safari. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, we're good, Kim? Okay, good. I'm not showing anything, so super cool. Ah, fucking internet, man. So yeah, tell me about it, Kim. What was the deal, man? What was the deal? Bonk. What you doing, Dulatas? I see you, Cupcake. I see you. All right, what do we got? That's awesome. That's awesome. Fucking sucks, right? It's super easy. It's super easy, Judy. Okay. Do you use a positive marker with your dog training? So what you want to do is mark the moment the dog looks in and make the throw. As soon as you answer about the marker, I can kind of flesh that out a little bit. And I'm gonna lose my mic for a sec. I'll be right back. Gotta do a little wardrobe change. Nice. That's awesome, Kim. I'm stoked for you. Super cool. Wardrobe change, right, Epi? Juno. All right. Oh, I see you. Oh, you are. You're ready to do some stuff, huh? Go do dog stuff. Go do dog stuff, Cupcake. Be like King. Go lay down. Nice. Nice, nice. That is super cool. Hey. Awesome. It's all right. You got to do that. Got to do that. Got to go out. So one of the things I think that is really important. Oh, I should probably fix that. One of the things I think is really important for young players. Everybody always asks about a routine. Oh, by the way, I'm going to start a sequence building class, a freestyle class. Like not a self-study one, but a like actual like flow. I think it's going to be like a flow class is what I'm going to call it. Watching people move, man. We do that really well, and I got some new stuff on that. So yeah. Yep. The wind, right? The wind. So anyway, everybody always asks about a routine, right? And so Ace of Hogan, your dog Jackson is like a year old now, right? Or 14 months or 13 months, something like that. Ace of Hogan's a brand new player, right? You don't want a routine right now, right? You don't want a routine. You do want to have to do something, right? You do want to put yourself under some type of routine constraints, right? But you don't want a routine. Kim, I'm talking right to you, Kim. Right to you. And do more flat work, Kim. More forms, less vaults. Thought about that the other night when I was watching your video. Right? The flat work stuff is going to set up your vault trigger. It's going to set up the connection that's going to allow you to flow better with the dog in that vault skill and in the rest of your your freestyle. All right, awesome, good. I'm glad you did some flat work. Do more, super important. And before I go back to what I was saying with SagePod, the flat work and the interaction, that stuff I was doing with Cupcake is completely activating her trigger. If you watch those videos again, you can go back and watch them. Or if you're a patron, you can see them on the patrons page. That consequent activation with multiple discs while we're on the field, while we're losing our frickin' minds, man, right? That sets up the trigger. It didn't take long at all for her to wind up standing in front of me, not jumping at the Frisbee, waiting for me to activate her, right? It didn't take long at all. And within that game of flat work, we build that team interaction. Makai, that's my clockwise around, right, to go around. Makai, she stood there. I give the signal, the physical trigger, and she goes, right? Super important. That's okay, Judy. I did ask if you used a positive marker, though. Need to know that for your question. So the routine, you want to have something you do as a routine, like meaning a framework that you do for that contest, right? But you don't want to go out and like practice a routine. I think you want to be developing, you want to have 4, 5, 6 sequences, and then you want to be developing a new sequence like all the time, or a new 3, 4 sequences all the time. And when you get let's say 3 or 4 sequences, right? Flip, 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 through and flip, out throw, 1 sequence. Flip, leg vault, kneeling leg over, out throw, 2 sequences. Zigzag, 3 sequences, right? You take those 3 sequences, you put them in a routine, right? And then you run them for that contest. And what happens is you learn the flat work skills and the transition skills by putting those 3 pieces together. You don't waste an inordinate amount of time developing dumb sequences that won't mean anything when you're a good player 6 months from now, right? You don't get stuck in some obsolete performance of some obsolete routine. You don't even know what you can do now, Ace of Hogan. You have no clue, right? You have no clue what you're capable of. Now is the time. And what I'm getting at, now is the time for you to go out there, get your ass kicked by the wind, and not really know what you're doing out there. Whoa, that was crazy. This is the time. Young player, young dog, you're not a threat. It does you no good to be a badass right now at a super kind of novice level, right? For like 2 years and win everything, clean house in the novice division, and then move up when you're like a threat to compete and not know what you're doing on the bigger level, right? You want to get that stuff out of the way while you're a young player, right? So not just you, Ace of Hogan, by the way, not just you, everyone. It's a general kind of thing. And we do, it looks like we have several young players here. So, you know, it's something I always want to address. I think it's a big mistake. A German player, super badass, by the way, super fucking badass. She had been playing for like 3 years, one of the best players in the world. And she come and hung out with us. And I was like, all right, show me some stuff. And she did her routine. And I was like, well, no, show me. And she's like, I've never done anything but my routine. Like, she'd never done anything but her routine. She didn't know, she literally didn't know how to do anything else, right? And yes, you do need to focus on simple and smooth. Yes, you do. She was one of the best in the world, and she could only do her routine. Don't be that. You don't want to be that. And there was nothing wrong with it. She didn't care. Like, she was a badass, right? But she did want to do other things, and she couldn't do them. And she was beat up about it because she didn't know what to do, right? That's not the time to learn. Would have been better for her to learn over the 18 months, right? Over the 3 years that she'd been playing, and build the same thing and have some cool stuff, right? Routine is way down the road, guys. Okay, so Judy, so what you're going to do, there are 2 things you're going to do. You're going to free shape and capture eye contact generally within the game. Okay, so dog standing in front of you, nothing happens until eye contact. Yes, around. Eye contact, yes, through. Eye contact, yes, throw. Right? So eye contact as a default behavior for the disc. Eye contact makes disc and next happen. All right? And you're going to lay that out specifically to groom and reinforce eye contact for next. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to set the flank. You're going to send the dog around. Yep. You're going to send the dog, you're going to face 12 o'clock. Actually, I will do this. Oh, it's not very helpful. It's not in the right place. So you'll face 12 o'clock, right? You'll send the dog around, get out, and throw at 10 o'clock. The dog will catch and run back to you. You will face 12 o'clock. I'm going to face 12 o'clock here. You'll have to deal with the fucking thing there. You'll send him around, boom, out to about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Dog will come in, stop the dog. Makai, get out. Boom. All right? The pattern looks like this. The around starts here, goes out that way. It's not like this. You got that? Make sense? You want to set the flank. Okay? Next thing you want to do, by the way, that's expanding the flank. We send the dog around, we have them get out. We expand the flank. Next one, Makai here. We contract the flank and throw over here. By the way, I'm not asking the dog to look at me. I'm not doing anything. I'm Makai, boom. I whip that shit out there. I'm driving the dog out, right? Driving the dog out. And after I drive the dog out several times, I'll send him around, I'll tell him here, and I'll drag him across. Right? I call that contracting the flank, because the flank shrinks. We have this little tiny circle around us, right? Boom, goes across. Makai, get out, boom. Makai, here, boom, right? Initially, 3 get outs to 1 here. 3 expansions to 1 contract, right? Do that for a little while. And then what you're going to do is you're going to send the dog around and you're going to say nothing. And he's going to step up and he's going to look at you and you're going to say yes and throw out front. So you have Makai, or you have your around cue, around get out, around here, around, dog looks. It'll totally happen, 100%. It's a given. There's a 3-to-1 ratio I like to use. So once it's working, you want to do 3 of the around get outs or 3 of the around heres or some combination of around get out, around here that equals 3 before you go to the one non-example or the test or the challenge, right? You don't want to run the challenge over and over again. You don't want to run the challenge over and over again. You want to run the reinforcer 3 times, right? The thing that's going to reinforce what you're looking for 3 times, and then you run the challenge once, right? But the idea is we send the dog around, we send him out. We tell him to get out. We whip it out there. That will eliminate him taking off, running upfield. He can't do it. He'll do it. It'll land over there. Throw it before he gets over there, right? Throw it before he gets around you. We tell him to go over there, and then we tell him to go this way, right? And we rush him in both directions. Around, get out. We whip it out there. Drive him out there. Around here, and we whip it over there. And he's like way out there, and it lands, and he looks at you like, what? And he runs over and gets it, right? And we just send him around. We whip it over there. And he'll eventually get tighter and tighter and tighter and do the around here really well. When we've told him where to go, and he must be efficient in getting there, right? If we don't tell him where to go, what does he need to do? And when does he need to do it? I'll answer it so we don't have to wait for low latency. He needs to look at you to figure out what to do. And he needs to look at you now because the shit should have happened already. Okay? So that's an exercise for that. Expanding and contracting the flank. setting the flank. You can find that in the DiscDog stuff on our website. Probably both the white and yellow belt have a little bit of that in it. Yellow belt has the actual forms, I think. So that's an actual exercise that will magically do it and give you a get out and a here, an in and out. I'm sorry, an in and out kind of thing. It will set the dog looking at you. It will also set up lateral movement, okay? And that lateral movement is really important because your dog, hang on, I'll do this, hang on. No, I can't do that, gosh darn it. I can do this, hang on. Oh, Dulatas, what's up? Chill, chill, Epi. It's not very exciting. It's nothing super exciting. Do. So when you send your dog around, the dog goes around, and that's what the dog sees. Right? So let's leave this here as me, right? I send the dog around. Maybe he looks in, then he goes, right? And the next time he sees me is here, right? So if I send the dog around and throw out here, right? You see what's able to happen? Do you see it? So by sending him out here, the dog comes around and looks in and sees you. Gives you the opportunity to throw the disc with him seeing you. Does that make sense? Did that work? I don't know if that worked. It's true though. It's totally true though. When you send your dog out laterally, the dog can look in and continue moving. Right? The dog can look in and continue moving. I don't know how well that worked, but it actually, I'll see if I can do something about that. So, I gave you the practical drill. Generally, when the dog is out there, no crazy situation. Generally, when the dog is out there and is looking at you, right? So you've blown it or something's happened or the situation shows up where the dog is looking at you at a distance. That thing that you're trying to avoid, Judy, right? That thing that you're trying to avoid. If that shows up, lead him with the throw laterally, right? So I'm here, Epi, a pup, go, go, go. Epi stops right there and looks at me, right? I'm going to take eye contact, yes, and throw over there. Oh, get up there. Yes, off. Right? And I'll throw over there. Makai. Go. Yes, off. And I'm going to get in trouble because I cued the off. But he's going to look, watch, he's going to look before. What happened, Epi? Did it fall? Did it go in a crack? It went in a crack, didn't it? So what'll happen here is that he'll look on his way to the pedestal. Epi, come on. Makai. Makai. Yes. Right? Makai. A pup. He gives eye contact. Yes. Oh, he's going to be in the same boat again. I'm sorry, Epi. Can you guys see that I threw it? You can't see that, can you? I threw it in the crack outside the thing. He can't get the cookie. Come on, Epi. Ep. I know. Ep. Makai. A pup. Yes. So he's going to look at me really quick, right? Ep. Makai. Good. If I don't give him the pup cue, he'll look right at me. Makai, a pup. Yeah, yes, off. Yes, Makai. Yes. So you can see that when he doesn't get the Makai, a pup, right? Awesome, chill. So when he doesn't get the pup cue, he needs to look at me real quick. What's up? Right? Your problem with your dog, Judy, is your dog knows what's up. And if you wait for him to look at you and you mark it and you throw it right at him, you proved that's what's up. Right? So what you want to do, give him something to do, give him another thing to do, make him struggle between, ooh, is it this or that? Which one is it? Man, I gotta act fast. Which one is it? Right? And then don't tell him one. And he'll immediately look at you. Right? And then I think a bunch of you guys were gone. We had some technical difficulties at this point in time. When he does look at you, generally within the game, you know, you've made a mistake and he's done that pattern and he's looking at you, or he's in that distance, right? There's that distance. Just take the eye contact there, mark it and throw, right? Use the eye contact and then throw laterally from him. That lateral movement, you'll always be in the corner of his eye. If you're always in the corner of his eye, he's always looking at you. When I took the camera and did the weird camera thing, the dog was never looking at the handler. Couldn't. Had to run out there. As soon as I send you around and you have to run over there, you can see me out of the corner of your eye. That's super awesome. Hopefully that's helpful. Super cool. There is on the website, that's called Setting the Flank and Get Out. There's a video with Jess and her pit bull Punk that is exactly the drill that we're talking about. Similar problem, actually absolutely similar problem. Dog would run around and run out 40 yards. So she only threw 25 yards, but would run around and run out 25 yards, the end. Right? So you're looking for Setting the Flank, Get Out, and it will be September, October, maybe August of 2021 on the blog. Fuck it. Hang on. You know what? Aha! Hang on. Might have it here. Let me see. Happy get out set point. Flank. Flank versus pass. So funny. I'm sorry, guys. This would be kind of cool, though, because I just talked about all that. I have a lot of things labeled flank, by the way. Damn it. All right. Yeah, it's super cool. Hey, Amber, would you grab the link to that that video that I'm talking about? It's a brunette girl with a pit bull. Anyway, I'll try and make sure my shit's plugged in next time. They are plugged in. Both of them plugged in? Try get out. Let's see, I do get out. I'm checking this video. I might use this. Yeah, no, can't find one, guys. I'm sorry. All right. And he's been dropping. If there's if there's get out versus here with Obi, that'd work. There's one with Punk. But yeah, with Obi, it'd be fine. Awesome. See? Just wait. And it isn't just wait, by the way. It's wait without trying to make it happen, right? And the understanding, Ace of Hogan, that that's not your job. If you make that your job, you take away his responsibility to do it, and you take away his, you take away his accountability to do it and his responsibility for his play. He needs to be responsible for his play, for the base level mechanics, bite, drop, give. Yeah. All right, here, I'll throw that up there. Hang on, Byron. I'll make you a moderator. Hang on, I got to make you a moderator. You are unable to post a link right now. I might break the thing, but I can find. I'll find that. Do 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 do. That's crazy. I did do a lot of work this year, guys. I did do a lot of work here. We'll go to the dojo. Let's go to the dojo. Everybody, to the dojo. All right, what do I got on the screen share? Look at that. Look at that. Can I find it with Punk? Yep. Shaping the Outrun. This is the one you want right here. The search function on the P-Vibe site is really nice. It's really quite nice. What was the other thing we needed? To make Byron a moderator. Let me see here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, oh shit. Ace of Hogan, you are, oh. Funny. Byron, make a moderator. Boom, you got a wrench, Byron. You got a wrench. You can post links now. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate that. All right, back to P-Vibe. All right. Yeah. You can post it now, Byron. Go ahead. Post it now. You just didn't have moderator status. All right. Oh, yeah. He's got a wrench. Kid's got a wrench. All right. Let's see. So we got Judy's question. Super funny. Daniel, good to see you. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. Better late than never. You definitely want to catch the intro. Cupcake was rock star. Let's see. Here, you know what? I have another Cupcake video. I'll play it. Let me do this. Boom. Change it to. Oh no, that is that. Change the screen share to. What am I gonna, I gotta open QuickTime first. Sorry guys. I haven't been doing the internet surfing and stuff. I planned on doing a bunch more here like in the dojo. But when everything started to crap out with the when Apple died with Steve Jobs, when I updated to Monterey, it ruined everything. Can you guys hear that? No, no, that is not going to do it. Hang on. All right, never mind. We're leaving the dojo, guys. Got to leave the dojo. Boom, and we will leave the dojo. Need to get Samurai Steve going again, right? Like, what do I got here? There we go. And I'll just add a new one. Boom, boom, boom. And almost there. So terrible. So cue drop happens, I move. Cue drop happens, I pose, right? Eye contact will initiate the game. Yes, let's go, good girl, let's go. Squib. Yes, good girl, look at that flat work. She is amazing. Too aggressive, no marker on that. I'll actually kill the game a little bit. I would like her to catch that. You should catch that. You really should. Ouse. Yes. Good girl. Byron, that part is really important, right? Because yes, that good girl. Awesome. Yeah, we'll use up dog rules on that. Ouse. Yes, good girl. Squib. And there's the. Yes, good girl. Squib. Squib. Yes, good girl. What? She's awesome. Great work. Whoa, I even stepped on you. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Oh, I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them all. Get it, get it, get it. Yes, good girl. Oh, yes, awesome. Whoa, she vicious. She is vicious. Oh, almost. Savage little puppy. Almost. Are you ready? All right, so consequence stuff. Byron and Ace of Hogan, right? A bunch of that stuff was cookies. When you watch my work and my handling, and other people's work and other people's handling, see how that see what the tag points are. Right? See what the tag points are, and if they're being hit by the facilitator and the learner, right? I think you'll find that as soon as people start playing Frisbee, they stop marking everything, or they only mark one thing, and you can get away with that if it's like, if I only mark the drop, the dog must catch, right? I can reinforce the catch with the, we can, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Amber. Yeah, it's a cool tank top. John gave it to me. Need it here, man. I'm not a big wife beater guy, but it is blistering here. Yeah. So if you mark the drop, you can use the drop to reinforce the likelihood of a catch, right? A dog who knows that they must drop, that dog must catch if they want to continue playing. And it's really awesome. And you can do that with strategic back chains. It's usually how the dog has to bring it back for toss and fetch so they can get another throw. The dog has to give it so they get another throw. And if the handler, dog, and team navigate that situation well, that vicious back chain glues the game together. So much so that, you know, the dog won't drop with multiple discs or won't drop far away or whatever, right? If you are not stroking the criteria of the vicious back chain, the important back chain, the critical back chain, you're not going to get that, right? You're not going to get that. Going for the catch. Has anybody here done multiples, right? You do multiples. You throw your multiple to the dog. You tell them to catch it. They catch it. They drop it. You throw another one. They catch it. They drop it. You tell them to catch it. They catch it and they drop it. And they start to do this, where it is like they're perforating it, right? So you have the dog biting it like, and I'll have to figure out how to do this. All right, we'll do 3 in a row here. You have the dog biting it like talk, 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 not even catching it at all, right? Not at all. The dog won't catch the. They'll perforate it. They'll perforate that bite. They'll let it hit him in the mouth, and because the important thing is to let it hit him in the mouth, right? Epi here. Mine. Thank you. So go do dog stuff, dude. Go. So if we change that criteria to the vicious back chain, right, of the drop, out, yes, out, yes, out. I'll do 4, I guess. You know what? I can show you with Epi right now. No, whoa, whoa, whoa. Good. So, here we go. Boom. Aus. 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 Mine. Come on, dude. Yes, chill. So you could see him hold that very clearly, right? So when I go quickly, aus, sorry, buddy, aus, 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 right? He's got to catch it. You know what I mean? Mine. He's got to catch it. So by hitting on that vicious back chain, I ensure that the problem, the typical problem with the multiple, can't happen. Aus. Shit. Aus, aus, aus. He's like, I don't. Hey, Ace of Hogan, a pup? Aus. Look for, yes, good man. Look familiar? Right? He doesn't like to drop with a single disc either. He won't drop with a single disc. No. So I won't do it. Go do dog stuff. Don't kill a puppy. So hopefully you guys could see that. Choosing the vicious back chain, the key critical thing, can allow you to like only focus on one thing. If you don't have that vicious back chain or that critical back chain, you need to be marking the other things that are happening, right? You need to choose something better that is going to reinforce what you're looking for, or a mark of a variety of things. All right, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but anyway, we're talking. Shared a link. Oh, here, boom. Did it work? Yes. Always tip your dog trainer. Always tip your dog trainer. Griff links. I need to get the Patreon thing set up now. Ooh, is Savage Cupcake gonna work? I lost my, why is that not there? Such a bummer. Makes me sad. Did the other ones disappear? Is Cupcake Bubble Girl still here? All of those are gone. Now that's disappointing. And where's the overlay? Images. All right, can't do it while you guys are here. I'll have to fix it. I have a bunch of really cool stuff that's no longer on here. So sad. All right, so we've hit on a couple questions. We talked about a few things. Yeah, he probably did. He probably did. Epi's a trickster. He's a trickster. All right, so I don't have a preference particularly. I don't. Female dogs are more serious. Male dogs are a little more easygoing. And, you know, male dogs can be rough and tumble. They can be assholes, right? But still be easygoing. Female dogs, man, they're a little more heavy, a little more serious, I think. Right? I think they're a little more serious. It doesn't matter to me, though. It doesn't matter to me. All right, let's see. Which ones did I do there? One, Cupcake 1, Cupcake 2, and I did Cupcake 3, right? So cue drop happens. Ready? Here we go. Makai. Yes, good girl. Let's go, go, go. Good catch. Yes, good girl. Ouse. Yes, go, go, go. Catch. Oh, almost. Ouse. Yes, good girl. Catch. Oh. Oh, you better hustle. You should have got that. Ouse. Yes, catch. Yes, I'll give that to you. I think you caught it, Cupcake. I think you did. That was great. That was great. And once again, her compliance on the drop is what is making everything happen here. Okay. Yes, catch. Whoa. Ouse. Yes. Activates me. Squib. Yes. Activates the disc. Yes. Good girl. Wow. Each place Funny, I'm sorry guys, I was narrating that whole thing. Hang on, we'll watch it again. You ready? Yeah, I narrated the whole thing. Look out. Yes, good girl. So the around activated the flank. Yes, good girl. Her catch set up the drop. The drop set up the flank. Almost. And you can hear the dead spot. Here's the drop, and now we're cooking again. Drop is reinforced. You should have got that. Yes, catch. And the drop is going to happen every time. This is a PVR pattern, clockwise and counterclockwise working flanks. I'm going to do a couple of get outs here, Judy, if you're still here. What is making everything happen here? Okay. Yes, catch. And that's get out. Whoa. So you could see that I was facing upfield and I threw out to the left. Yes. Activate. And I'll squib. Yes. Activates the disc. And we can get a little sense of some flow here. Well, maybe not. A minute is not a lot of time. So anyway, what went down here? Good catch, Cupcake. Yes. Brace. Don't put anything up in your armpit. Or here, you're a tyrannosaur, you can't protect yourself. You also can't move it. You can only move your body. Hold your discs in your hand. Brace. Happy, stay back. Brace. Brace. Super funny. Yep, and you want them in your hand. You should not move these. So Epi is really good, right? But if I start moving this stuff, he's gonna get really excited. I'm gonna keep them quiet and brace. I don't wanna move them if I don't have to. If the dog is gonna bite me though, with them in my hand, I can move them. Keep in mind, if I do this, Jackson's really gonna want that, Ace of Hogan, right? So I wanna handle this here, so we can't do it, dude, right? And I'll walk, dude, right? You don't want them here though, because then if the dog does go after them, you not only can't move and get it off your body, there are three problems. You can't move or get it off your body. You're a tyrannosaur, right? And you're gonna get bit right there. And it's really gonna hurt a lot. A lot. Trust me. And you know, when people tell you to trust them, don't trust them unless they tell you something that's horrible, in which case, probably good to trust them. You don't want to experience that. Oh, when they're on the ground? So, okay, so they're on the ground. What you want to do is, this is not going to go well. That green thing there, you walk over and you reach for it like this. And you pick it up that slowly. You cannot snatch it from him. So here, if I snatch it from her, right, she's going to be very interested in it, right? And she's going to want it. Do you want it? Right? So just as she's going to get it, if I take it, we can see her ramping up, right? And now she's got it. She's like I stole it, Ron, like I stole it. Right? So if I do the same thing, even though this is a charged toy now, whoa, 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 easy, cheetah. If I reach down super slow, even if she's biting it, if she runs away with it, this is a bad toy to do this with, but I don't want to do it with it. Yes, good girl. And I'll pet her, right? I'll throw it on the ground and I'll reach for it real slow. And you can see her mouth it. And it's down there. Ouse, cupcake. Come here. We got to demonstrate this. Ouse, yes. And I just gave her a marker, by the way, right? But watch what happens when I get super lame with this. And this is an exciting freaking toy. There's all kinds of play in this toy. So what you want to do is you want to move at a pace that's not going to trigger, prey drive. Awesome, go do dog stuff. And I kind of cheated by giving her that cookie, but she did a good job with that, so I'm going to give her a cookie. But yep, you want to move super slow, and you can't start super slow and then snatch it. That's teasing. That's great play. That's the fucking coolest game ever. Oh, I can't wait to play it. I'll wait right here until she gets really close and I'll snatch it. He'll snatch it. If he takes it, just stand up. When he drops it, super slow. And it's the same speed. You reach down, pick it up. You start picking it up. He bites it. You hold it like this. You just keep picking it up super slow. And he might take it from you. That's okay. He drops it. You go super slow again. He takes it from you, super slow. Doesn't take long at all for him to realize that you're super lame and that you're not going to cheat and snatch it from him. That's the fucking problem that everybody has. They do good work and then they get in a contest or a game and they snatch it from the dog. And you just cheated all your work, right? Yep, and it's super exciting. It's essentially saying, when I set up this dramatic thing, I'm gonna snatch it. And then, you know, anything that you start running towards it, ooh, that's dramatic, I better go snatch it, right? You can get ready, yeah, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Yes, she does have big girl moves, Amber. Yep. All right, guys, I am gonna get out of here. What time do we got? 1:53. Yep, we're looking good. Almost a 2-hour stream. Guys, thanks a bunch for hanging out. We'll see you guys. I'll probably do something tomorrow. I'm going to be firing back up the streams. Weather's good. We'll see you soon. Yep. Patreon, jump on it, guys. Become a patron. Patreon.com/pvibe. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks a bunch, Ace of Hogan. Byron, good to see you. Kim, Judy, good luck. Hit me up if you need anything. All right, we'll see you. Ooh, what meme role am I going to play us out? Play a different one. Let's play meme role number 11. Old, Byron, old. Coming soon. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, Byron.